nuclear contamination. And you recognize that the 101st Airborne Division is in Romania in a straight line to Odessa. And what does this tell you? That this is a staged plan. The idea is to set off a dirty bomb in Mykolaiv, and that way block the potential advance of the Russian army from Kherson to Odessa. And in the meantime, because of this dirty bomb, which will be blamed on the Russians, the Americans will deploy their 101st Airborne Division in Odessa, and Odessa will be the point where they start to assemble forces, American forces, to fight the Russians. Now you can say that Turkey has blocked the Bosphorus, which they have. They've blocked it from any military warship. But if Erdogan's arm is twisted hard enough, the Americans figure that they will be able to go through the Bosphorus and be able to deploy their ships with their troops in the Black Sea and land them in Odessa. That, I think, is the general plan. Perhaps many of these troops can be airdropped from Romania. Perhaps some of them can come in from Moldova. It doesn't matter the mechanics of it. But it seems clear that what they intend to do is capture Odessa, which is a city near and dear to the Russians, a city that the Russians, for historical and political and social and religious reasons, they do not want to harm, use that blackmail, basically, to prevent the Russians from attacking their forces that are going to be staged there. And so I think that that is the plan. I do not believe that the idea of a dirty bomb is something that the Zelensky regime just dreamed up all on its own. No, that doesn't make any sense. And that Shoigu called the ministers of defense of the United Kingdom, the United States, and France. He probably showed them some intelligence, not all of it. Of course, he won't want to reveal sources and methods and some other sensitive data that if he were to reveal it, it would give the opportunity for the Zelensky regime to change it, i.e. move that dirty bomb wheresoever it's being assembled. But he must have given them enough for that joint statement that they issued, claiming that this was all a Russian fantasy. It's not a Russian fantasy. I mean, the more I think about it, the more I am absolutely clear and sure that the Russians have this information cold. There is no reasonable explanation why Shoigu would call up on a weekend these ministers of defense of Turkey, France, the UK, and the United States. Just for shits and giggles? No, that doesn't make any sense. And call them one after the other? No. This is real. This is as real as it gets, as real as a heart attack. And all the evidence, all the data points at this time points to a deliberate provocation that is being staged by the Americans